So that kind of concludes my remarks for you folks. Right now, I kind of want to make a couple of presentations. Thank you all for your beautiful gifts. I'm not one to leave taking. I always believe in giving as much as you take. Giving as much as you receive. So, that's supporting gifts for my colleagues at the Native Hawaiian Center. As most of you know, I've spent an ungodly amount of years in grad school. I have a PhD, did an MS degree, did an MBA degree, did an MN degree, and I've collected a lot of materials which I like to pass on to my colleagues now that I'm out the door. So first off, this book is called The Art of War. I actually read it back in high school when I was going through HCC and the Student Leadership Program at Moana. I would like to bequeath my copy of The Art of War to Leon. And here's the reason why. Leon will always be one of the founding fathers of the Native Hawaiian Center. The center started with Leon and Jan, and then, slowly the rest of us came along. Now that we are G-funded, we need to kind of be a little savvy of what we're doing. So the Art of War is premier strategic thinking. So Leon, my copy of Art of War, feel free to share that with Kailani. I'm sure she'll appreciate it probably more than the rest.
I can go see her for the clip notes.
Okay, so this book here, this is called The Secret. I don't know if any of you read The Secret. It's one of those new agey kind of books. I got this book back in '07, and it came to me at a time in my life. Moana Kitty will know that in '07. It came at a time in my life where things were going very, very wrong for me. I'll just leave it at that. I'm sure he knows that better than anybody. But it's a very special book, and it really helped me through a rough patch in my life. And I would like to bequeath my copy of The Secret to Jay Cabrante. Jay is a tech guy, he's pretty quiet. But just so you guys know, any success that you folks may think I may have had here at my time in the college in the past couple of years is due in large part to the great backup I've had in Jay over the past 2 years. I couldn't have done half the things I did without Jay and the rest of the crew. Jack, Aloy, Sean and Alan, Amanda, Joey. So just to let you guys know, it's not really me, it's a bunch of good backup that you have, and Jay's been my backup for the past 2 years. For that, I'm very thankful to you, and I hope this book gives you as much blessings as it gave to me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to The next book I have here is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's on the recommended reading list when I was on the President's Emerging Leaders Program, along with Yala. So I went out and read the book. I'm going to bequeath this copy to Aina. One of the books that we talked about, Aina and I talked about over the years, is How to Win Friends and Make People. I couldn't find my copy of that book for whatever reason, so I think the Lord wants me to keep it when I go to book. So I'm gonna have to make friends when I get there. But this is also a great book, so this is for you. Okay, so the next book I have here, this is called Adobe Creative Suite 2. That's from the book. This is for Nam. So when I talked about having great backup, Nam was also one of those great backups for me. Nam works for the Honolulu folks right now, but for many years he was my backup, and he did a lot of great things for me. This is a book which I'm sure you put to good use. It might be kind of outdated because it's Adobe Suite 2, but the skills are still transferable. Okay, the next book I have here, this is called home buying for dummies. And the person I'm going to give this to, please don't get offended by the name, it's just a name. Shelly and I were really blessed to be able to buy our home back in '05. I got a copy of this book. We were going through the whole process. So this book I would like to leave for Christy. So as you know, Christy and Greg, we're blessed with a beautiful baby. This is Alice, if you folks haven't met Alice yet. And I think at some point you guys will probably be looking at upgrading your living conditions. So I hope you can put it to good use and help Shannon and Ella. Okay, and this book here, this is called Everyday Calm. One of the things that, working in Native Hawaiian Center, it can be very stressful because we have a lot of challenges in providing the services that we need for our students. It's very difficult to be a Hawaiian in modern times. And I would like to present this book to Kuyulani. The reason being, Kuyulani, she does so much for us at the center. She's very much our leader. And I know it can be very stressful putting up with a lot of the political things going on out there. This is for you. Thank you. Okay, so this book is called Managing Projects and Organizations. Back in '01, when I was a grad student at HQ, one of the very best classes that I ever took was project management. I can't tell you how great a class that was. It was so influential on me, and I would attribute this book as being one of the, and that class as having been one of the things that's led to my success over the years. Just being able to learn how to be organized, lead people, execute projects to and from completion. I intended this book to be for Mel. I know Mel couldn't be here today, so I've even in care of Kuyulani. The great thing about Mel is, it's kind of bad of me to say this, but I'll always remember Mel as being the student assistant that started out with Leanne and I way back when we first opened shop. And she's come such a long way through her career that it's been a real pleasure for me to see just a great amount of growth that has gone through over the years. This book came to me when I was starting out my career back in '01. Mel was on the verge of a lot of great things in her life, and I would like her to have this book. So, here it is. Okay, so this is Personal Finance for Dummies. And again, the person, Kala, I know you're watching YouTube, this is actually for you. Again, don't get offended by the name. I bought this book back in '03 after Shayla and I got married. So, having a new husband, it kind of weighed a lot on my mind about, I have to provide for her, and, I have to get us a home, and I have to invest for our future. If we ever have kids, how are we going to put them through college? All of that kind of stuff. So I bought this book, I read it back to back. It's one of the best books I've ever read in my life. And I'm giving this to Kiala, not because he needs it, because he's a super smart guy, but Kiala, he's a brand new homeowner, he's a new father, he's got a great life ahead of him. I just wanted to give him something that meant a lot to me, hoping that it will help him on his way with his family. So, I'll leave this in care of you for Kiala.
Tomorrow for the law. I'm married to Chinese, so I gotta get some tips.
You don't need tips, you have me.
I need to increase my personal wealth.
Okay, so this last book over here, this is called A New Earth. And I thought Joy would get a lot out of this book because we share a lot of the same faith, a lot of the same beliefs. So, I'll leave this character for you.
I'll give this to him.